Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So, if you've seen from the title of this video is a little bit different than my usual types of videos. I was already thinking of doing this video and then I got a few suggestions of why don't I do like best cities to visit this summer, and also a lot of people just asking like, oh, I'm thinking of going this summer to this place or this place, would you recommend more? Because I know like it can be a little stressful to plan a summer trip and there's so many good destinations you can go, it kind of gets hard to choose from them. So I thought it would be super fun in this video to just break down like my favorite cities to visit in Europe this summer, my best recommendations and why. If you don't know why, my name is Joana and I've been backpacking around Europe for about 7 months. Most of them during the summer, so I got like a few knowledge at this point, and also currently I'm recording from my beautiful balcony here in the city of Barcelona. So starting this video, just mentioning that all of the places in this video will be from Europe because it's the only continent I've seen so far, and I think I'll just go through them like chronological. I started the trip in 29th of May to Italy, and yeah, I just think I have to start with Italy because Italy is just like such a good travel destination, especially in the summer. So in Italy I stayed for the whole of June. I remember I stayed for 28 days and I visited about 10 cities, and the main reason I chose to visit Italy, I think is the reasons everyone chooses to visit Italy. It's just such a beautiful country, has great culture, great history, great foods. It gets really crowded, Italy, in the summer. So when I went, it was actually not that crowded because it was still the summer of COVID. Go in the beginning of June or maybe like September because it's still very hot. Definitely avoid July and August if possible, just because it's the most crowded and it's when it's the most hot. So about the cities that I most recommend in Italy, I mean, I really did enjoy Italy. I feel like every city that I've been, I really enjoy it. But if I had to choose like my top, I would be Rome is amazing. I think you totally need to check out Rome. I think 3 days to Rome is just... it's perfect to visit Rome, and also the Vatican. There's like a lot of monuments, churches, Colosseum. Vatican Museum is amazing, you totally have to check that out. So Rome for sure. Then I went down to Naples, and Naples was super cool too. You also can visit Pompeii, which is amazing. And then I went to the beautiful Amalfi Coast. I had a lot of expectations and it wasn't like as good as I hoped. And I know a lot of people say that Amalfi Coast is like the ultimate summer destination. For me personally, I didn't enjoy as much. I also didn't like see much, so maybe that's why. The beaches weren't really my type because I usually like the white ones, just like clear sand, clear blue water. Most of them were private, or then half of the beach were private and then half of it you could go. So it's very tiny beaches with a lot of people. I mean, the houses by the cliffs, I remember it was just amazing. It's a very characteristic part of Amalfi Coast. Another city I'll totally recommend if you're in Italy in summer, gotta be Florence. Florence is just amazing. The amount of museums, monuments, history. I just remember I had the best time in Florence. If you're in Florence, I think it's just 1 hour train to go to Pisa, so totally have to check it out, the Pisa Tower. Just in one day you can totally see Pisa. Also Milan. Milan was just so nice. 2 days in Milan I would say, but the best of Milan I gotta say is Como Lake. So basically Como Lake you can take from Milan, I think it's like 1 hour train, and it's like this huge lake. I think it's the third largest lake in Italy or something like that. I totally recommend like 2-3 days in Como Lake because there's like so many like little villages around the lake, and just the lake itself is just amazing, surrounded by mountains. So I think it's a great destination, especially like if you're in Italy during the summer because it gets hot. So the only thing you really want to do is just like be by the lake, be by the beach. My last destination in Italy that I totally recommend gotta be Venice. Venice was just so amazing. I remember it was so hot. As you leave the station, it's just like this most beautiful views of the canals, and it's just such a relaxation environment. But yeah, Venice I think is just a great destination. Must if you're in Italy. I would say these are the best destinations you can do in Italy in the summer. I gotta say, I think the next country gotta be one of my favorite countries of the whole trip, because obviously we left Italy and it was super hot. It was a lot of people, and then you come to Slovenia. In Slovenia, I think you'll always have like a very special place in my heart. Because the truth is, like, I barely searched anything before going to Slovenia. I was just like, oh, it's just right off Italy. So yeah, and I remember like 1 week before I was like researching and booking things, and I didn't have many expectations because no one really talks like Slovenia like they talk Italy or France or Greece. So I didn't know much about it. I got there and I was like, oh my gosh, why is no one talking about Slovenia? So you totally need to check the Slovenia videos if you haven't seen them already. Slovenia is just like a paradise. It's a great country if you want to do a little road trip like I did. It's such a small country, so you can go from one part of the country to another one. It's just like 2 hours, 3 hours, so you can see like the whole country very quickly. It has great national parks, it has mountains, it has lakes, it has waterfalls, especially if you don't like big crowded places. Slovenia, in the main square of the capital, is like a few people. It's a great environment. So I basically did the capital, Ljubljana, and I just had the most amazing time. There's so less people. I did like the capital, and it's quite small, I would say, for like a European capital. So you can totally check it out in like 2 days. In the capital, what I did was I rented a car, and I did a drive was like 1 hour and a half, I think, to the Triglav National Park, and I did 2 videos on this park. Please check them out. I think it's one of my favorite videos. Triglav National Park is just amazing. So basically this is a national park which is huge, I mean compared to the size of the country, and it's just full with the lakes. You have Lake Bled, which is obviously the most famous one. You have Lake Bohini, the Soka River, which is like such a beautiful river. It's just pure blue waters, also surrounded by waterfalls, by mountains. Vintar Gorge, which is amazing. You can just walk through the gorge and just amazing. The Vir waterfall is amazing. You can also do mountain if you want to climb the mountains there. You can kayak, you can rafting. If Slovenia isn't in your list so far for this summer, please make it in your list because you will not regret it. It's just such a beautiful country and it's totally underrated. I don't know why no one is talking about it. Also, it's very affordable. I think it's a very like cheap and great destination. So then from Slovenia, I also gotta recommend Croatia. Oh my gosh, Croatia was just another country that I didn't search much about. I didn't saw much. Quite surprised with Croatia. My gosh, the coastal area of Croatia with the Adriatic Sea is just so beautiful. So I started with Zagreb, which is obviously the capital. It's a very cool city. You can totally check it out in maybe like 2 days. Another great place to visit in Croatia gotta be Plitvice Lakes. The Plitvice Lakes are basically a national park in Croatia. You also have the Krka National Park, which is also kind of similar to these ones, but I went to the Plitvice Lakes and I remember spending like 6 hours in the parks, and I couldn't still see like almost half of it because it's huge. Like a national park person with a backpack and just like 6 hours just seeing lakes and with mountains, like this is your destination. So after Plitvice Lakes, I went to Split. It's my first coastal part of Croatia that I visited, and oh my gosh, it was just amazing. The views of the sea, amazing. Just had a lot of fun in Split. I think it's a great town for like 2 days. But I gotta say, like my favorite city of Croatia gotta be Dubrovnik. Dubrovnik is just amazing. Its nickname is the Adriatic Pearl. You can totally see why when you're there. First of all, it just has the most amazing views of the Adriatic, especially if you go to like a little mountain part. I remember on a bus you could have the most amazing views of the Adriatic Sea. It's just incredible. Dubrovnik has very good beaches in the Adriatic Sea, so that's amazing too. I remember just taking very good baths with a view of the whole city. So the whole city is basically protected with the medieval walls. Fortified part of the city is just amazing. The cherry on top, it was also where it was recorded the parts of King's Landing for Game of Thrones. So if you're a Game of Thrones fans like I am, it was even better and it was totally worth it and definitely made the destination so unique and special. It's kind of sad when I left just because I was hoping I could do more of the coastal parts and I ended up just not doing that much. I think Croatia has like 2,000 islands or something like that, which I didn't know about before going. I think the most famous islands in Croatia gotta be Hvar. From what I've told when I was in Croatia and from the photos I've seen, it's a must stop. I'm so sad I didn't go. I'm definitely putting it on my list and you should definitely put it in yours because Hvar just so beautiful. Let me just say, I also have to recommend Barcelona. I've been here for 3 months and now especially that the sun is, I mean, as you can see, like I feel like the whole background is white because like the amount of sun. But yeah, Barcelona has just been amazing. I just started the Barcelona series on the channel, so if you want to check those videos out. And just a great city. I wouldn't say it's as affordable as most cities I've been in the summer. It's quite a little bit expensive, but it's totally nice because just the city itself is amazing. You have so many things to do, so many activities, and also like the beaches are not that bad. Just wait for all the Barcelona videos coming, that then you will know what I mean. Another great destination, I gotta say, it's Lisbon. Not just because I'm from Portugal, but I do think Lisbon is a great destination for the summer. And like still go and it's not so hot or so crowded. Oh, the food is amazing. We have great beaches. If you go to Lisbon, you obviously need to go to Sintra at least, which I would say like half-an-hour train. Beautiful green parks and palaces. It's just amazing. I think Lisbon is just a great destination, and Lisbon is quite affordable for like European standards. And now for my favorite summer destination in Europe, I gotta say it's definitely, without a doubt, Greece. Greece is just everything you want in summer. I think it really is a place for everyone. Old monuments, museums, if you wanna just go to the beach, if you wanna go to island hopping, abandoned historical places in the middle of the mountains. I feel like Greece just has everything you want. I've always wanted to go, yeah, but it wasn't like that high in my list. And then I went to Greece. And then it just changed my mind completely. Is just so nice. Greece is also like very affordable. I would say Greece is at the same level of like Portugal. In Greece I stayed for a long time. I think I got to Greece in August. We're in Greece! And I stayed in Greece until October. It was definitely the country where I was most of the time. I mean, for me, I would even be like 1 or 2 months longer, just because I think there's so much to see in Greece. Starting with the Greek islands, I think it's a must stop, especially in summer. Especially if your goal for the vacation is just beach, relax, and just have proper summer vacation, you need to come to the Greek islands. There's no better destination. First started in Crete. I did about a week in Crete. Crete was just amazing. It had great museums, great cultures, and the beaches are just amazing. But then I got a little sick and ended up not going to the most famous parts of Crete. For instance, like the pink beach. There's like a beach where it's just like pink and the sand and just amazing. Crete was just so nice, like the beaches were super nice. I moved on to Santorini, and I gotta say, like Santorini, I think it's one of the most talked about destinations in the travel world. I think it's super hyped up. Everyone goes to Santorini and does the Santorini life. For me, what I experienced, I really like Santorini. I think I definitely didn't do the Santorini life, like splurging and luxurious. I did Santorini on budgets, which was quite affordable, I would say. So if you want to see the video, I'll leave it here. Yeah, I did end up staying in like a camping site. We had the most amazing pool. Ended up trying so many souvlaki. I was just having like the best time eating Greek food. And yeah, I visited all the famous places like Oya, like the treadmills, white and blue houses in the cliffs, and the beaches too. And I mean, I like the Santorini beaches, but like those are volcanic beaches, and like I said, I prefer like the more white ones. So I really did enjoy Santorini. I think it's a great destination. If you're island hopping, I think Santorini you can totally do in like 3 days, have like a blast. But I gotta say, of like the Greek islands I went, my favorite one is Naxos. And I'm gonna tell you why. I think Naxos, it's not as visited, for instance, as Santorini. You have so many beaches. All of the beaches are my type, so it's the clear blue water, big white sand. I think the people there are amazing, the food is amazing. Every Greek person that I talked to while in Greece, when we were debating like which islands to visit, said that Naxos is their favorite island. Do gotta agree, not just doing the beach, but also doing like a few sightseeings and monuments. You can totally do that too. So I totally have to check it out, Naxos. A few other island recommendations that I didn't get to go, but I've searched a lot and I think it'd just be amazing, would be Milos. From what I've seen and what I searched, it just has like these white cliffs, and it also doesn't have like as many tourists as, for instance, Mykonos. So I think it's a great destination in island hopping. Paxos, it just seemed amazing. I was planning on going and then last minute I didn't went. It's just very close to Naxos, so if you go to Naxos, it's just like a little hopping here in Paxos. Way less travel too, way more like traditional, and I really do recommend in the summer you can take like a 2-week trip in the Greek islands and just do the island hopping and maybe do like 4-5 islands at most. But I also gotta recommend mainland Greece if you have more time or for another time. I just think mainland Greece is just amazing. I just had the most amazing time. Athens until this day is one of my favorite cities, definitely like my top 3. I just had the most amazing time in Athens. I think you can see everything in like 3 days, especially if you like history like I do. Ancient Greece is just amazing, so you can totally like take day trips and you can also get to know like Corinthians, Sparta, Olympia. They have like all of these archaeological sites and historical sites you can do. You can also do Meteora like I did, which is just in the middle of Greece near the town Kalambaka? Yeah, I think it's Kalambaka, which is just like so mystic in the middle of nowhere. Rock formations are amazing. If you're like a mountain person, you can always take the challenge of climbing Mount Olympus, which I didn't do this time, but maybe next time I think I'll do the challenge. And also one of my favorite things about Greece too was Greek food. I did like a full video trying traditional Greek foods, and I just had like the most amazing time trying Greek food. Yeah, I've been talking to forever, so I'm gonna finish the video here. I hope you really did find it helpful, all my recommendations and whys, and all of the footage I include in the video. I just thought it would be very nice to just have everything in one place, so you don't have to see like maybe like 30 videos of like summer destinations in my channel, which totally welcome you if you wanna get to know more about the place that I mentioned. Everything's in the channel. Please leave a comment down below, like what's your summer travel plans? I'm so curious to know like what's your summer destination. If you've been to any of the summer destinations that I mentioned, what was your favorite? Why? What do you recommend that maybe I didn't mention? And don't forget to subscribe to see way more travel videos coming your way. And yes, see you on the next video. Bye!